like you said, you've been a teacher for 32 years from all sorts of levels, right? From what I remember, you were
Right.
doing middle school and even high school for a little bit there.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I started out teaching third, fourth grade. Um, I was already in a chair and didn't really work for me because they were my height and they liked me and they were hugging me all the time. And the next thing you know, I was sick every day. I
Oh
said,
yeah,
"This is not working out." Plus, I don't know. I just found that grade level a little more needy than I really was up to. Um, so in my career, I primarily did middle school, total of 21 years, and I did
that's
7
got to
years
be
of high
tough
school.
too, though, because I remember being a middle schooler and I was kind of an asshole.
Well, there's lots of them. However, here's what I usually tell people: middle school kids, when they enter the building, don't already have their middle finger in the air. You can work with them, you can mold them, you can establish rapport and have a great middle school class. High school, on the other hand, there's a handful of kids, especially freshmen and sophomores, because the ones that don't really want to stick around for school haven't dropped out yet. So they are going to blow up the entire class. So I would prefer middle
That's
school.
like
Um,
figuratively speaking.
right, right. Um, yeah, that was a metaphor. So, but the bottom line is, I loved middle school, particularly seventh grade, because sixth graders were kind of trying to figure it out. Eighth graders had one foot out the door. But seventh graders, those kids still wanted to do well, wanted to learn, were open to pretty much anything and everything. And I pretty much did everything and anything in classrooms. So I even still love this one. I had a really big classroom. I brought an extra rugby chair and got in my rugby chair, and we had all the the desks lined in a big circle in this big room, and we turned it into a mosh pit of wheelchair rugby in the middle. And I would just
Nice.
go head to head with kids, and they loved it. They loved it. And so then I'd get some help, get out of my chair, and let them go head to head. And we created contests. And I remember my VP walked in one day. It was a rainy day, and he walks in and he looks at me and goes, "Cook, what the hell is going on here?" I said, I'm I'm teaching survival skills. And he goes, I love it. I love it. And he left. He just left me alone. So that was one of the reasons I like middle school. You could probably not pull that off in elementary. You would have had 30 emails at the end of the day from parents going, what the hell is going on in that room? Or high school, kids just, they wouldn't necessarily engage. They would be like, nah, it's not for me. Middle school, they all wanted to get in a chair.
That's cool. The How do you feel about these? Because a lot of kids now are doing the video classes.
Yeah,
Do you
I
think
think it
that's
sucks.
like viable for the future? Like, are they getting the right
No,
education through that, or?
I don't. May call me old school, but I think it's very limited. Um, it's a band aid. It's what we have to do right now. I know that I've talked to a few friends who have college age kids. We've talked, and they're doing the same thing. They have no choice. But come on, to pay that kind of tuition, and I know we're all busy, but I think going to a class and getting the different feel of different classrooms. I'm talking back now about middle school or high school. Um, it's very worthwhile. It's very um, it develops character and it teaches you about people. I mean, sitting in front of your screen and learning. I don't know that I think it's a band aid. I don't think it might be the wave of the future, but it's not the wave of my future. I'll get out.